I never thought that I would be making this specific video ever in my life. And it's funny because this video is over a month late at this point. I'm recording this on December 12th, 2024. And what I'm talking about is that last month, in November of 2024, was the 10-year anniversary of this YouTube channel. The Omniarch YouTube channel was started on November 11th, 2014. It was started on a laptop that the hinge was broken, so I had like a little pair of pliers holding one of the hinges together. It was started in the upstairs bedroom of my dad's friend's house because that's where I stayed in between. After high school, I went to college, and then coming back for breaks and things like that. It's been like multiple lifetimes since the start of this YouTube channel, and yet also there is a good chance that somebody who has watched this YouTube channel is younger than this YouTube channel, which is mind-blowing. And I figured I would talk just to you guys for this video because I don't do that anymore, and it feels weird, and I miss it in a way. Like, let me explain. So YouTube, I'm 30 now, okay, and I know that previously on live streams I've been very secretive about my age, but I'm 30. And when I first discovered YouTube, it was in 2007 or 2008, and I knew that I wanted to be a YouTuber back then, and I was in 8th grade, right? And of course my parents supported me. They were like, oh, that's great, honey. But like back then, that wasn't a thing. Like, there were no ads on YouTube. You didn't make money from YouTube. Maybe like the top 0.1% of people like had a t-shirt or something, right, that they could sell, but it wasn't a thing. It wasn't, people didn't make money from that. And then of course Google bought YouTube and things changed forever. But even back then, I've had, even before this YouTube channel, which is 10 years old, I've had multiple channels before this one, right? When I was literally a child in middle school, and I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to be a full-time YouTuber, and I'm doing it. As of last year, as of last October, I left my job. I was working at Apple for 6 years. I had kind of gone through the different promotions at the store. I used to do sales part-time, then I was full-time, then I was a technician, and then I started doing repairs on phones, and then I started doing repairs on Macs and all this other stuff. And I got to a point where I was working there part-time and doing YouTube part-time, and I was working an insane amount of hours trying to make both things work simultaneously, and eventually something had to give, and I took a gamble on myself because I don't have kids, and I don't have a mortgage, and I don't have all of these like expenses and things that would be very scary to things that I'm obligated to, that you have to take care of. I am, I have a rent payment, and I have payments and bills and things. Of course I pay for all of my own stuff, but the point is that if I was ever going to take a risk in my life on the literal dream that I've wanted since I was in 8th grade, then that was the time. And I had enough money saved in my savings account, and I had some Apple stock that I had accrued over the years, and I was like, okay, worst case scenario, like I won't be homeless. So I figured I have enough money to where if I lost all ad revenue for 9 months, I still won't be homeless. And I figured that's a pretty good bet. I'm gonna bet on myself, and I'm gonna do the thing that I've wanted to do since I was literally, I don't know, how old are you in 8th grade? I don't know if I'm really going to edit this video that much, and I don't even know if I'm going to post this video. So if you're watching this, drop a thumbs up. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that it's been multiple lifetimes for me since the dream of wanting to become a YouTuber, and now I'm doing it, and we just passed the 10-year anniversary. And this is not the journey that I thought that I would take, right? I thought, and the whole point, I just got a delivery, so in typical YouTube fashion I gotta cut this anyway, but the whole point was that I was going to make this a Call of Duty YouTube channel because that's what I always loved. That's what I grew up watching. Okay, I grew up watching a ton of things, and the point was I was going to make this a Call of Duty YouTube channel, and I was going to be the next nade shot or the next, whatever. And I was never a pro player, but I wanted to do the vlog thing and all that other stuff. And I kind of, you only, I think this is a Steve Jobs quote, or he quoted it at some point, but I think you only connect the dots looking backwards. And one thing led to another, where I only started playing Rise of Kingdoms because I worked at Apple and people there started playing it. And I only started making videos about Rise of Kingdoms because I had already been making videos for Call of Duty. And so I already knew how to sort of do it. I knew how to edit. I knew how to make thumbnails and all that stuff. So, all these little bits and pieces that you collect throughout your life, kind of, you accumulate all these little skills, and at a certain point, maybe things work out. And here I am doing what I wanted to do since forever ago. And this isn't what I thought it would be. It's not bad, but it's not what I mean, as a kid, you have these like, an amazing imagination where you think, oh, I'm just going to post whatever and be super famous and rich and whatever. And like, of course, the reality is not like that, right? But the point that I'm trying to make here is that it's kind of incredible looking back that everything that I kind of wanted to do, I've been able to do. And it didn't work out in the exact way that I thought. In your mind, you have a plan, or you envision your path from point A to point B is very straightforward. It's a straight line. It's just, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'll be here. And that's not how this worked for me. And as I get older, I'm starting to realize that that's not how pretty much anything works. You always have a plan, and it almost never goes according to plan, but it's how you adjust that plan moving forward, right? And the point that I want to make with this video is two things. First of all, if you really, really want something and you never stop chasing it, I think there's a good chance that you can get it, as long as you're willing to wait as long as it takes. And that might mean that it happens really quick, and you can have if you want a YouTube channel, or you want to be a TikTok influencer, or even if you want to be a doctor or whatever, like, you might be able to do it in the shortest reasonable time frame that you could do that, right? Of course, you can't be a doctor in 1 year if you're starting with nothing, but you can probably make it happen as long as you're willing to be patient, and you're willing to get better and to learn and evolve and adapt. And it might not happen in the exact way that you envision it, but if you truly do want that, and you truly continue to work at it, and you're truly patient with how long it can take, then I think you can probably do it. Because for me, I don't have any special inherent talent. I don't have anything special necessarily about me that has given me this opportunity, right? It's not like, it's not like I inherited $1 million and I didn't have to work, and so I just got to do whatever I wanted and just keep going until it worked. Like, no, there's nothing. I'm not super duper well spoken, and I'm not super handsome, and I'm not super whatever. Like, there's nothing inherently special about me as an individual, right? And as a matter of fact, growing up, I was truthfully quite fat, as a kid, like in middle school and in high school. I had a tremendous amount of acne, and I had braces, and I had glasses, and I didn't really have a fashion sense. And I didn't go on dates in high school or in middle school, right? My family didn't have a lot of money. There wasn't any unique, specific characteristic about me. And I'm not trying to say that, I'm not trying to put myself down or whatever. Like, I get it. But my point is that there wasn't an obvious, because you look at social media, you look at Instagram, you look at TikTok, and you see someone that is successful, or is where you want to be at least, or is at least closer to where you want to be. And you think, oh man, like, of course they got that because they are this, they were born in this time frame, or they're just lucky enough to have that, or, oh, well, they're conventionally attractive, so of course they're gonna, and you can always think of, you can come up with at least an excuse in your mind why they might have something that you don't. And for me, as somebody who knows how I grew up, fat, poor, acne, braces, right? And yet I was still able to do what I wanted to do. It took 9 years and this isn't the biggest channel in the world, but I still got here. And And last month we also hit 80,000 subscribers, right? So we're getting close to 100k, and we hit the 10-year anniversary, and I do this full time, and I have my own place, and it's not the nicest place ever, but it's my own place. Like, this is my own place. I don't own it, but I rent it, and it's my own. And I have a car that I really like, right? I recently I leased a car. I leased a Tesla, and you know, it's great. And I'm not rich, but like I can have these things and have money set aside and do what I love, what I've always wanted to do. And that's coming from someone who didn't have any special characteristics growing up. In fact, I was actually born with a heart condition. I don't know, I might have said this in a live stream or something like that, but I had heart surgery when I was 12. I had an accessory pathway in my heart that caused tachycardia. They came in through veins in my legs. They burned that off basically with little energy nodes. And then I had to, you know, it was it was a 1-day thing. And even still to this day, I have a bicuspid or aortic valve, right? So like, these are all the things that, like, growing up, like there was medication that I took that slowed down my metabolism. And so like that led to the weight gain. And so like, what I'm trying to say is that, I don't think that there was very many things that an outsider looking in, like if you met me when I was in middle school or high school, you would not say that guy is gonna, you know, achieve his dreams. Like, you might encourage me to do so, and again, I'm not trying to be down on myself. I'm just saying that you would meet me and I'm just a regular kid with like a couple of advantages, maybe a couple disadvantages, right? I mean, I was born in a first world country. Thank God for that. That's a blessing, and I'm very grateful for that, and I don't want to take that for granted. I always had food, I always had, you know, a shelter, roof over my head, you know, that sort of thing. And so I had advantages, let's be very clear. But I didn't have, you know, my parents weren't millionaires, and I wasn't like prom king, Giga Chad, whatever. And so despite the hand that I was dealt, not the best hand in the world, but not the worst hand either, right? Just an average hand. And I was still able to kind of do what I wanted to do. And to be clear, like, this isn't the end of the road. This could all go away tomorrow, right? And I'm hyper aware of that. And in fact, gives me lots of anxiety, because my channel is built basically on one genre of game, and specifically like one game, all right? But the point is that I kind of checked off all the things that I wanted to do. And now I can at least say that maybe when I'm 50, I can look back and say, you know, as a kid, I wanted to be a YouTuber, and I gave it a shot. I gave it my all. I you know, quit my job at a very big company that I had tons of promotions at. Like, I did it. I lived that life. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, no regrets, right? I did it at the time that I could do it. It was the right play. No regrets. I tried it, right? So that's the point. One of the points that I wanted to make in this video is that no matter what you think you can do, no matter what your limits, what you think your limits are, whether you want to be a YouTuber or something else, right? You don't have to be a YouTuber. Don't listen to the kids. Do whatever you want, right? If you want to be a librarian, be a librarian. Do whatever you want, okay? What makes you happy? As long as you can afford to pay the bills and stuff, do whatever you want. If it's not illegal, great. But the point is that even if you feel like you're just an average guy, and you have disadvantages stacked against you, as long as you're patient and you continuously work and evolve and get better, I think you can probably do what you want to do. The second point of this video is that getting to this point with my channel, I have also lost something. And I have lost the hobby of being a YouTuber. And this is something that I realized a while ago, but I didn't care because I wanted to make this my job, and I don't regret it. But there is a certain level of freedom and a certain lack of stress that comes with making content for fun. And this is one of those weird things where I'm not allowed to complain about this, because I have a job that people want, and I'm grateful for it, and open and shut case. And that's that, right? But I don't make videos like this one because it's not good for the algorithm, okay? What I suspect will happen is that I will upload this video, and I don't know if maybe I'll put some Rise of Kingdoms footage or whatever, or maybe I'll just throw it up like this and whatever. But I suspect that this video will get significantly fewer views than my Rise of Kingdoms content, because the YouTube algorithm is going to first show this to my most dedicated viewers, the people that come back over and over and over again, which if that's you, thank you. Genuinely thank you. Like, that's amazing. And maybe some of you will watch it because you watch all my content, but once it starts to get beyond that, it goes to an outer ring of casual viewers, and they're going to see that it's not a Rise of Kingdoms video, and they're going to see it's me and think, oh, well, if he's not talking about Rise of Kingdoms, like, I don't really care, right? Which is fine. But the problem with that is that I am now, quote unquote, like, typecast, at least on this channel, in my mind, to posting either Rise of Kingdoms content or Rise of Kingdoms adjacent content, so content that is in the same niche, same genre, different game, that type of thing. And so I feel like I can't make these types of videos anymore where I just talk about something, about a topic or myself or whatever. And truthfully, like, who cares about me, right? Like, I mean, come on, like, you're gonna put in the comments you do, and I'm sure you do, but like, push comes to shove, right? Like, I'm just the Rise of Kingdoms guy, and that's fine. And there's YouTubers that I watch that, like, I only watch them for one thing, and that's just how it works. And there's just no one's fault, right? It's just no one's fault. Like, that's how it works, right? So what I've lost is the ability to just post this type of stuff. And again, I don't even know if I'm going to post this, but my point is that I miss it. I miss making YouTube content as a hobby. And I also feel like YouTube has changed quite a bit over the years. Like, I used to watch, gameplay commentary videos, and those don't even really exist anymore, or they do, but I don't get them on my recommended, or I don't know. I'm starting to a little bit, but YouTube just feels different now. And with the rise of AI and some of the AI content I'm seeing, it's like indistinguishable from reality 98% of the time. Like, I don't know where we're going with content, but I feel like we're about to be flooded with AI content. We already are, but even more than we are, and it's going to look really good. Anyway, I'm kind of just rambling right now, but my point is, first of all, if you want to do something, you can do it. I believe in you, genuinely. And two, this is probably the only time I'm going to make a video like this on this channel. If I ever do more content like this, it will probably be on my second channel, which will be in the description below. So if you want more content like this, then you should subscribe over there. And I'll also know if you want more content like this based on how many people watch, like, and subscribe off of this video. Again, my YouTube spidey senses are telling me this video is a flop, but I did want to post it. Because I feel like the 10-year anniversary with me being a full-time YouTuber and hitting 80k subs on the way to 100. Maybe we never get there, right? Maybe we never get to 100. Maybe Rise of Kingdoms is, on its last leg or whatever, something catastrophic happens and I never hit 100. It's fine, right? It's fine. I feel like I've checked off enough of my boxes, but I wanted to at least document this moment. You only get one 10-year anniversary with things, and if my channel could get deleted for copyright reasons or it could get deleted from whatever. And so I wanted to post this, even though it's probably going to do bad. And it goes against my spidey senses, my YouTube spidey senses. And I don't think many people are going to like it. And it's a bit different. I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it. And that's that. Because this is what the old school YouTube used to be like. It used to just be a guy talking to a camera. And maybe there's gameplay here if I'm feeling like it. Maybe there's not. I don't know. But that's pretty much it. If you guys liked this video and you appreciate it, then drop a thumbs up if you want, subscribe if you're new here, and comment down below what you think about this type of video. Do you guys want more videos like this? Do you not care? Did anyone even watch to this point in the video? If you did, put a star emoji in your favorite star emoji. Put it in the comments, okay? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video, any video ever that I've ever made. Whether you've only seen my most popular video or this is your first one, thank you for watching. Thank you for letting this channel still be around 10 years after I started it in a very small bedroom with a computer that I had to clamp one of the sides and I had to prop it up because it would overheat. I had to like render videos overnight because it took so long. Like just thank you. Thank you for everything. Forever. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Any video you've watched, anything. And here is to 10 more years on YouTube. Cheers.
And today, I'm going to be reviewing Pokemon Battle Revolution for the Nintendo Wii. This game, it's okay. I mean, I wouldn't suggest buying it. If you want to play it and try it out, I'd suggest renting it before you buy it if you really want to buy it. Just to make sure you don't get bored of it, because me, well, I'm bored of it. There's not even really a story mode. You just go through a bunch of Coliseums and just